evening. Sorry, Saturday night. Today is Wednesday evening. Happy Chanukah, everyone. Today, I'd like to welcome you all to this beautiful pre-Chanukah celebration here in front of the Texas Capitol. This is a yearly celebration which we've had for the past, 20 years? 7 years. 7 years here, and ever since 1982 on the Texas UT campus. My name is Mendy Levertov. I'm the Chabad Rabbi here in Austin, and I direct the young Jewish professionals of Austin. It is my privilege to welcome you here. We would like to thank the governor's office, specifically Matt, for arranging all this beautiful event, and the Downtown Austin Alliance for coordinating with the tree and coordinating the menorah. I'd also like to recognize Rabbi Zev Johnson, Chabad at the UT campus, and Chaplain Mendy Stern of the U.S. Army stationed at Fort Hood. We gather here tonight to celebrate the triumph of the few over the many, the weak over the strong. It was a victory against all odds. There were two miracles on Chanukah. The first miracle was the victory in the war, the military victory. The second miracle was the miracle of the oil. The story of Chanukah took place over 2,000 years ago. The Greek Syrians had desecrated the Holy Temple and defiled the holiness that resided there. The Maccabees, the Chanukah heroes, came into the desecrated Holy Temple, but they could not find any pure oil for the menorah. All the menorah oil, had been defiled by the Greeks. Miraculously, they found one jug of oil. One jug of pure, holy, undefiled oil. And that jug, they were going to use it for one night. Miraculously, it lasted not one night, but 8 nights. Today, in modern America, we are faced with a darkness. We are faced with forces that surround us and want to tell us that hope is lost, there is fear, darkness is spreading. We have to remember, the message of Chanukah is that each person, each one of us, our soul is a candle, a powerful light that can shine in that darkness. Every time you do something good and it feels good inside you, that is your soul responding to the goodness in the world. When the Maccabees were cleaning the temple, they realized that there might be oil that is defiled. There might be oil that is out there. And it makes you not want to do what's the right thing, the proper thing, the correct thing at this moment. And yet they said, we're going to take the little bit of inspiration that we do have, and we'll use that. And you know what? That'll last 8 days. That'll last until the next time we have our inspiration. As we share the warmth of Chanukah, together here, together with our governor, as we share the warmth of Chanukah with each other, we should remember that it is not only a metaphorical warmth. We should literally take a menorah, light it in your home, put it on your table, put it in your window, put it in your doorways. Celebrate the miracle of Chanukah with physical lights, and that will reinforce the message of happiness, the message of hope, the message of light, the triumph of good over evil, of light over darkness. It is my honor to introduce the governor of this great state of Texas, the other Lone Star state of Israel. I'd like to ask the governor to share a few words or remarks at this pre-Chanukah celebration.
I've never heard that one before.
Thank you all. Also, I want to thank the rabbi for his comments and for being out here. We had the privilege of lighting the menorah inside the Capitol last year, inside the governor's reception room. This year is extra special because we get to do it outdoors at the premier location in Austin, Texas, maybe the state of Texas, in the heart of the Capitol Zone at the intersection of Congress and 11th Street in front of our state capitol. Rabbi, it's great to have you here. It's great to have other rabbis here. It's great to have members of the Jewish faith as well as members of other faiths gathering with us on this very meaningful night at this very meaningful location. Earlier this year, my wife and I had an incredible opportunity. We traveled to Israel and we got to visit the Western Wall. We got to visit the tomb of King David. We had the privilege of laying a wreath of remembrance at the Holocaust Memorial. And we had the honor of getting to have a visit with Prime Minister Netanyahu. In the meeting with Prime Minister Netanyahu, the first thing he said that he wanted to emphasize was that his son had just returned from a trip to the state of Texas. And his son said, Dad, the people in Texas are just like us. And I learned during my trip to Israel the truth of what his son had to say. There is so much in common between the people of Israel and the people of the state of Texas. The fact is, there is a deep and enduring bond between the state of Texas as well as the Jewish community across America and in Israel. We share the blessings of freedom and the burdens of vigilance. Well, as we celebrate Hanukkah, we are reminded of those blessings. We are reminded that the light of hope always outlasts the fires of hate. We are reminded that with perseverance and with God's aid, we can overcome even the most daunting odds, the daunting odds that the Maccabees faced. We're reminded that the Maccabees knew that a life without freedom, a life without the ability for them to worship the way they desired, was a life they were unwilling to live. They chose not to allow their lives to be confined by that challenge they faced. Instead, they chose to respond to that enormous challenge. And respond, they did. They fought valiantly. And with God's help, they were victorious. And yes, with that victory, there was a miracle. And yes, in the celebration of that victory, with the oil, there was a miracle. We give thanks tonight for the miracles of the past, but also we give thanks for the miracles that continue to occur in our lives through the power of God working through you. The First Lady, she and I wish all of the people of the Jewish faith in America, in Texas, in Israel, and across the entire world a very joyous Hanukkah. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'd like to honor the governor. We'd like to honor the governor with the lighting of the central pillar, the central light on the Hanukkah menorah. The central light is the light that services all the other lights, and we will always look to honor a public servant, someone who has dedicated his life to the good of the greater good of the community, the good that we see around us here, the state of Texas. Thank you. We'd like to honor Chaplain Mendy Stern of the U.S. Army to light the remaining candles on the menorah. closing remarks, we'd like to ask Rabbi Levertov, Rabbi Yosef Levertov, Director of Chabad of Austin and the Hebrew Preparatory School here in Austin.
Such an incredible talk, such an incredible gathering. It's almost like Hanukkah, but it's not. So I can imagine what's going to be in Hanukkah. So I would like to, first of all, finish this event. I would like to invite everyone, as soon as we finish, we have the traditional latkes, if you're American, and sufganiyot, if you're Israeli, or you can have both. We also have Hanukkah gelt, and we have dreidels. Everyone is invited to take. And we'd like to express our wishes and blessings for the governor, that he should have success, and he should continue on leading the great state of Texas. And we should have a wonderful Hanukkah. We should go, like the lesson of Hanukkah, that we light every day one candle, the next day not one. We're not, one day is not enough. We light one candle the first day, the second day 2, 3, 4, until we fill or we light all the candles. Remember to do that and illuminate your world. We have many events that are going on. We're going to be back here lighting the menorah with Representative Elliot Neistat, who's coming. We're going to come here on Tuesday at this location at 5 o'clock next week on Hanukkah, during Hanukkah. The first night of Hanukkah is, as we said before, Saturday night. So I'd like to wish everyone a happy Hanukkah, and we should have a beautiful illuminated year from this year to the next year too. The Messiah will come speedily in our time. Thank you.
Are these your kids?
This one is mine and this is Rabbi's.
You want to take some pictures?
That would be great, thank you.